Women of Reddit, what is the hardest thing to explain to a man? You can't hold in a period like pee. My hair will literally end up everywhere, and there's not a damn thing I can do to control it, just sheds. Period pain can be debilitating to the point of being bedbound. Striking hard during sex is not proportional to more pleasure. Just because you have a big dick does not mean you really know how to fuck. The whole period experience, cramps, tender breasts, feeling emotional, anger and craving junk food, it's just a roller coaster. When I was trying to get pregnant, I had to explain to my guy every single freaking month about ovulation and when is an optimal time and how the whole thing works. You can understand particle physics, but you can't fathom an egg traveling down a tube. Sorry, that might verb in me needing to vent. If my nipples are hard, I am probably not turned on, probably I'm just cold. Not men in general, but for the ones who do this, catcalling is not a compliment. I know many of the guys who do it think it's one, and it's nearly impossible to reason with them. Women do not find it flattering the vast majority of the time. I only put a disclaimer because if never fails that someone will try to undermine this by saying, well, I like it, and it kinda spoils what I'm trying to say. No matter your intentions, it comes off creepy as hell. Please do not catcall. This isn't the hardest, but the other things I thought of have been covered, so that nothing all that exciting is going on in the women's john. Nobody is flashing their genitalia, nobody is summoning demons in a magic circle. There are private stalls, people pee and poop, people wash their hands, maybe touch up their makeup and hair, and GTFO, no one wants to be in there any longer than they have to. The reason it seems like we take forever in there is that architects don't build enough women's stalls, and because we have to remove more clothing to pee, that's it. That plenty of us don't care about being sexually attractive to men, and that there's nothing wrong with us for not caring. E.g., female bodybuilders aren't under the misunderstanding that most men are attracted to extremely muscled women. It's not why they do it. That when we share a problem with you, we may not be asking you to fix it for us. Commiserate. Provide emotional support. A hug when I'm upset goes a long way. Then offer suggestions if she seems open to them. That the smallest things really matter. If she can't trust you with something small, then definitely she won't with something big or more serious. It's the little thing that matters. Every little act of affection and thoughtfulness, those are the significant things. If something is affecting your soul and you shrug it off, but then same problem affects you and it's suddenly a big deal, you lack empathy. If you expect more from your soul than you are willing to give, you're gonna have a bad time. This has been mentioned several times already, but I'll add a twist. Endometriosis and PMDD are hormones, and pain can be debilitating, y'all. The feeling of being outside alone at night and tightly gripping your purse when you see a man walking behind you. That actually, I do know what I'm talking about, and I do know what I'm doing. It's exhausting having everyone always assume you're dumb and incompetent unless you personally prove to them you're twice as good as anyone else, and even then, the impression of competence can be instantly revoked if you mess up one time. How not being able to find something to wear gives me genuine anxiety, and when I say I have nothing to wear, it's actually based on the fact that I am not emotionally prepared or confident enough to wear the clothes that I own right now. LOL. Period cramps. Men seem to think that they're not that bad when women complain about them, despite some women like me having crippling pain from them, and seem to think that women are just weaker to pain despite having a biologically higher tolerance for pain. The clitoris is not a doorbell. Stop pressing it like one. This assumes they can even find it. However, that not every woman out there making false allegations of rape, sexual harassment against men, and much of sexual harassment faced actually doesn't get reported to law enforcement. When we say misogyny or toxic masculinity, we are referring to societal standards that hurt both men and women. Toxic masculinity is the idea that men always have to be strong, stoic, which hurts men who also have emotions. Toxic masculinity also refers to the idea that men are breadwinners, while women do domestic chores, which hurt women who want to pursue male-dominated careers. However, toxic masculinity does not mean all men are toxic, both genders, or just all people are flawed in different ways. Toxic masculinity is not a personal flaw but a systemic and cultural one. That a cold is not going to kill you, and that I am not your mother.